So they reckon you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Some people. You can, without fail. You went to a trainer. You came to me when? When did you
just before Christmas? So we come back in November.
So how long have you been training with me? 4 lessons.
Yeah, 4 lessons, 4 weekends. Yeah.
4 weekends.
Yeah.
And how old was your dog? How old is your dog now?
3 and a bit.
And how old was your dog when you first came to me?
Literally just turned 3.
Just turned 3.
Yeah.
So in that 3 years,
yeah,
had you got the retrieving into the dog?
No.
No. So it took 3 years.
Yeah.
And you still not got the retrieving into the dog.
Yeah.
At what point did you say about I'm not getting nowhere with this other trainer you were with? It doesn't matter. We're not naming who it is. When did you say?
To be honest with you, it didn't get to the point of me saying this isn't working because I'd already been let down and fobbed off. So we hadn't even got to the point of me saying this is not going to work anymore. I'd already been effectively fobbed off and let go as such. So I never got to the point. But I'd been going on and off for lessons at a weekend, on and off for probably good 4, 5, 6 months easily.
So the scientists will tell you that the critical stage is from 10 weeks, say, 8 weeks until 9 months of age. If you can get the training into the dog there, that's the most critical point of learning for that dog.
Okay.
What do I ask people to do? The only thing I ask them to do when they come to me with a dog for me to train it. So say you had a puppy, you bought a puppy, and you had to look after it until I was ready to train it for you. What's the one thing I'd be asking you to do? Only one thing.
Don't know.
Get the retrieving into the dog.
Right, okay.
As long as it retrieves, it doesn't have to bring it back in. As long as it can carry it and enjoys racing out and picking it, then if it's bringing it back in, that's even better. Even easier for me. Where it becomes a nightmare is if you haven't got the retrieving into that dog at that young age.
Yeah.
And yet, what have we done? You've brought a dog to me, 3 years old, non-retriever, no tennis ball retrieving, no birds, would blink everything, and was only interested in racing around like an headless chicken. Not even hunting properly, just running around like an headless chicken. And what I'm saying to you is, I've tapped straight into the most important foundation element that we need to do. Not obedience.
No.
We did come here, because she wasn't listening. We tidied her up a little bit, but we didn't come down heavy on her. And then we went, right, now let's play retrieving. And that's where the frustration element has been into this, where last time you turned up, I went, you haven't done enough. Go away and do more. And I wasn't being funny, I was saying to you straight, you can't do nothing else in your training. I don't care if you lock it in a black box. I don't want you to. But if you have to put it in a cage and say, you're not coming out, you're not having all the run of the place, you're not taking over my life, you're going to do what I want you to do. What a difference. When I put these videos up for people to see, they'll be saying, wow, what a difference. Fantastic. Well done, Sean. You've listened to Chris, you've trusted him. He's told you to fuck off and go and do it again. And don't come back till you've done it. I gave you the choice yesterday. You didn't need to come up because of the weather if you didn't want to. You had the commitment to do it. And look what's happened. With the work I've told you to go and work on, we're now starting to be able to see improvement. Not 100% improvement, but 70% improvement. You're 70% there. But I see such more desire and drive for the retrieve. Remember in the concrete car park, the first time I brought you and we took it retrieving? Industrial estate. It's on a scruffy industrial estate, but at least she started to say, yes, I'm interested. As soon as she started to do that, then we move forward in the next stage of training.
We'll start off in your kitchen to start with.
Exactly, in the kitchen to begin with. Because you've got to do it in a sterile environment to begin with that's not got the value of what you were giving her. That's what we've done. We've tapped into it. We've tapped into it in stages. And we've built up them stages. And the next stage will be very high, and then it'll be fun. But you've got to reach that stage, not 70%, 100% before we go into that next stage. Else the next stage, the hunting will take over and the dog will say, I'm not listening.
You go backwards again.
You go backwards. Because the hunting is a higher value than anything with that dog.
Yeah.
That dog's got loads of drive, loads of desire. It's just tapping into it in the right areas.
Yeah.
And what most people do is they get the hunting into the dog and then they can't get the retrieving in.
Yeah, exactly what we've done.
Exactly.
I've done. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's a great learning curve for everybody else. Your videos are helping other people understand. But they do say, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Once it's had that critical period of, 8 weeks old till 10 months of age, then the learning starts to drop off. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's like going to university.
Yeah.
If you get the training into the dog first, the basics that you want, you've built the foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't I use discipline at 8 weeks old? Why don't I use discipline at 6 months old? Why do I wait until I've got the retrieving in there? Because I don't want to destroy the drive. Then I start saying, right, the one thing we had to do to your dog, it was running around the field not listening to you.
Yeah.
And we had to get it and pull it in on the long line.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, you put it on the long line in your field.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why? Because we needed to come back.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to come back with a retrieve, it's not coming back without a retrieve.
No, it's got to come back first.
Yeah.
Basics have got to be there as well.
But hang on, but basics have got to be there, but no. Everyone races down the obedience line.
Right.
They're not pets, they're working dogs.
Yeah.
If you want to train a pet, go straight into obedience. Sit, stay, wait, sit on the place board, wait there, sit on the table, I have my food, don't disturb me, come for a walk but don't leave me side, and all that. We don't want that. We want a hunting machine. We want a dog with drive and desire. There's a balance. There's a balance. We have to compromise in some areas to begin with. I couldn't walk my dogs in some situations the same as some pet dogs.
Right.
Why? They don't need to do.
Yeah.
They're working dogs.
Yeah.
If they walk around Tesco's, it'll be like, what the frickin' hell's all this? A pet dog, especially one of these caring dogs, they call them, a carer's dog, they're supposed to follow them and give them assistance dogs, That's different training to what I want.
Yeah.
I want 3 basics. Stop, come here, and retrieve.
Yeah.
And the hunting will come naturally.
Yeah.
And there's the difference. The hunting will come naturally in most dogs.
Yeah. Well, it's there, don't you? I mean, we've always known it's there, and the fact it feels strange actually having whatever it is 6 weeks into the last bin, not hunting the dog once at home, so retrieving to get it better, and it just proves that the hunting's there because you switched on for a tiny bit today to hunt her up to a retrieve, and quite clearly she's still quite tidy.
She's got natural ability as well,
tidy,
because I've put the retrieve in different areas in that field with the wind on purpose, well above your knowledge status at the moment, and she worked it out for herself, and I was watching. I put her in a situation to see, let's see what the nose is like. She's got a good nose and she's got a good memory, and if she's got a good nose and a good memory, you don't want to tap into the hunting too soon.
No.
This is the real skill when it comes to dog training. People are moving away from it because they're all going into obedience trainers. There's too many pet people out there who've got a pet spaniel who get it to sit, get it to retrieve, get it to come in, and then they start taking in people for training, saying I'm a Gundog trainer. There's too many of them out there. They haven't got a clue, because you can overtrain, you can take away the natural ability of the dog. I don't want you to take away the natural ability, but your dog was taking over.
Yeah, it was.
It was taking over and doing what it wanted to do.
Yeah, and you talk about obviously less is more as well. I mean, I'm guessing you can quite clearly see it. I've got to say she's had a week off, and I mean you can see she's scrapping about a bit in the cage, ready to get out because she's fired up and ready. But it's nice to see her fired up and ready to go retrieving.
So how many times has you've seen Rafa out there today?
Yeah.
How many times Rafa had partridge in his mouth?
Today?
No, how many times do you think that I've done retrieving with partridge with Rafa in his mouth?
Based on looking at him today, I'd say a long time, but I know he hasn't because you've said you've just started bringing it in.
2 or 3 times.
Really?
He may have had 5 or 6 retrieves each time, but that's all he's had in the period he's been with me.
Right.
Because it's tapping into it at the right time.
Yeah.
Because I need to get him to listen to me, come back into me. Imagine he went and got it, loved it, and was running around the field saying, I'm not bringing this in, and crunching it. Because I have to show him discipline. He knows every retriever he goes out on the dummy, he brings back to me. Every retriever he's ever had on a tennis ball, he's back to me. I've built that up for a long period of time before saying to him, now there's a nice exciting thing, a bird, go and pick that. And he did exactly the same. Came back in as if it was a tennis ball, as if it was the dummy. Because I've not jumped into it too soon. Professional dog trainers don't put problems into their dogs. Novice people put problems into their dogs, but professional trainers should be able to read it and say, don't do that, don't do this. When did you put the stop on the dog?
Tried to put the stop on the dog.
No, when did you? No. When did you put the stop on the dog?
Blimey.
See how your brain works? I asked you a simple question.
A long time ago. She was probably 6.
Mind the beast, please. Thank you. Right, yeah, thank you. So, when did you put the stop on the dog?
Yeah, I've done a couple of breakdowns.
It would have been around about 10 months is when I was trying to do it on my own before I'd been to a trainer.
Yeah.
And
why did you put the stop on the dog at 10 months old? Why didn't you do it sooner?
to be honest, I was frightened of doing it too early. Of just hearing stuff about getting on the dog too quickly as a puppy, and
So some people put the sit on the dog at 13 weeks old.
it was.
Did you not make it wait for its food?
Yeah, she was sitting up for food, but in terms of stop as in out and about with a stop whistle, it was then around about 10 months. She'd sit.
So hang on, that's important then. That's why I asked that question. I led you into that on purpose.
Yeah.
You decided to put the stop on the dog.
Yeah.
Out. Before it waited for its food. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so you had the stop on the dog,
So-
sit and wait before you put the food down, and then the dog had it when it was told.
That's it. Yeah.
So you did it at such a young age for the value of food.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pack of wild animals when the mother just says, right, you sit there and you're not having any food till I tell you?
No.
No, because the mother
Yeah.
would feed the pups first and then feed itself.
Right.
But at a certain age, what happens? The big boys feed and they wait for the scraps. At a certain age,
Right.
because packing always steps in.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
It must be 40 years since we.
when they are youngsters,
When did?
they're allowed to feed and feed and feed and feed. And then daddy lion or daddy dog goes, now fucking wait. You're not youngsters anymore.
Yeah.
There's a pecking order here. Why does he do it then, but he doesn't do it when they're youngsters?
I don't know.
And yet humans want to force dogs into do this, do that, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Bore the dog silly, and then when the dog gets out in the big wide world, it says, I'm not listening to you. I'm not coming back. If you think about it, it's so basic.
Yeah. And yet we create the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I don't put the stop on the dog until 10 to 12 months of age.
Right.
But when I do, I come down firm. Why? Because I've allowed them to have as much fun
Yeah.
and trust in me. Those youngsters don't fear their father
Yeah.
in the pack. They just go, oh, some manners here. Now there's some pecking order.
Yeah.
By the way, the whole time. I was
Yeah.
like,
You don't use pecking order. It's like saying to your young kid who's feeding at the eye chair at the
Yeah.
table, hey,
Yeah.
wait for that, don't
Yeah.
eat it yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
put it in front of them, they eat it.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
making
makes
too much
sense.
of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think basic. I think the more basic you think about dog training, the easier it is. The more you try and analyse it and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
rationalise it. Dogs are such basic animals.
Yeah.
So you only knew Fiona through Gwen, didn't you? Did you know
If the film stars aren't showing you, they're just showing you sit and stay when they're dead young, wait for your food, then go eat your food, then go outside for a crack. David Lissett's video is a brilliant video. It's a fantastic training video. But it's glossy. But he's a fantastic trainer. No one can take that away from him. But he's giving you a package. A sweet, easy to train dog in that level. He says that none of his dogs will mess in the kennel because they're all fed outside the kennel. So they, after they've had food, they'll then learn to crap outside after you've had your food.
Yeah, can I have 2 ports, please?
A friend of mine brought down a dog from David Lissett at 6 months of age, and I said to him, does it crap inside the kennel? He went, of course it does. I'm at work. I said, exactly. How the friggin' hell can you stop a young puppy crapping in the kennel?
Yeah.
And yet, if you watch David Lissett's video, David Lissett says, if you feed them away from the kennel, on the grass, and then you let them have a crap, they will not crap in the kennel.
Yeah.
Well, I wish that was the case.
Yeah.
I wish that was the case.
Yeah, I bet.
In reality, if you've got kennel staff and they're cleaning your kennel during the day or giving the dogs another exercise, then you can condition the dogs not to crap in the kennel so much. But mine sometimes are dirty little bastards,
Yeah.
and others are quite clean in the kennel and they will hold themselves.
Yeah.
And they've not had any different kennel life or been taken out for a crap.
Yeah.
And yet house dogs who come to me to go in the kennel where the owners are on holiday, some of them will never crap in the kennel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Never crap in the kennel.
Yeah.
But it's conditioning.
I can't do that.
But wouldn't it be wonderful if my kennels were immaculate? No one ever crapped in the kennel. They only crapped in the morning and they only crapped in the evening.
There are other things.
I can't control that.